Hello, boys and girls of all ages. I am the story lady, and I have a whale of a tale for you today. It's the story of a little boy named Michael and his little sister, Emily, who were both sitting in Sunday school one beautiful morning. They were singing and praising God with all their hearts. And then their teacher began the lesson. She told them Jesus wanted Christians to go into all the world and make disciples of all nations. I want to challenge you to obey Jesus' commands and make disciples. Next week, bring a friend to Sunday school who isn't a Christian yet. All the boys and girls cheered and ran out of the room, except for Michael and Emily. They just sat there. What's the matter? The teacher asked. Emily began to squirm in her seat. She didn't know what to say. Finally, she blurted, "They can't know about Jesus." "What?" the teacher said. "What do you mean they can't know about Jesus?" "They are mean kids. If they come to church here, they will pick fights. And they will knock me down and get my Sunday dress all dirty. And they will say nasty words. And they will spill food." "Hold it right there." The teacher was shocked. "Do you mean those children don't deserve God's love and forgiveness?" "That's right. They're bad." "So you don't care if those children are in a lost world without Jesus and no hope of heaven?" "They would mess everything up in heaven if they were there," said Michael. The teacher shook her head in disbelief. "Oh, you're in a whale of a lot of trouble if you don't care about the lost." Michael and Emily looked nervous. "What do you mean, a whale of a lot of trouble?" asked Emily shyly. "You're just like Jonah," the teacher answered. "Who's Jonah?" "A guy in the Old Testament who was swallowed by a big fish," said Michael. "Why?" asked Emily from behind the chair. "Well, God told Jonah to preach to the people in Nineveh and tell them to stop their wicked ways or he would destroy their city. He wanted Jonah to tell them that God loved the people of Nineveh and wanted to forgive them. But Jonah was like you. He said no. Go ahead and destroy Nineveh. Those people are bad anyway." So he got in the boat and went the other direction. He went to Tarshish instead. He figured out that God would not find out. "That's dumb," said Michael, interrupting the teacher's story. "You're right. It's silly of Jonah to think that he could hide from God." "So how did he get swallowed up by a big fish?" asked Emily. "Well, God sent a terrible storm to rock the boat. It was headed for Tarshish. The wind blew terribly, and the waves were so high that the sailors could barely see the tops. The boat started filling up with water, and everybody panicked." Jonah knew that God was angry with him. He told the sailors to throw him overboard, and God would calm the seas. So they did. They tossed Jonah right into the water. And that's when it happened. Jonah begged God to forgive him for thinking that the people of Nineveh were too bad to receive God's love and forgiveness. He promised God that he would preach to Nineveh if only he could just get out of this fish. "So what happened?" asked Emily. "The fish spit him up," answered Michael. When Jonah got to Nineveh, he told the people to stop their wicked ways and receive God's love and forgiveness. They stopped their wicked ways, and God did not destroy their city. "Jonah must have been so happy," shouted Emily. "He was cranky," whispered Michael. "That's right. He still couldn't understand how God could love bad people. Jonah didn't think the people of Nineveh were worth saving, but he preached to them anyway. He had plenty of belly time to think about his attitude, and he didn't want any more. So, Michael and Emily, isn't there some place you need to go right now, and somebody you need to tell some good news to? Or do you two need belly time to think it over?